Hello there Band 5, welcome to Learn with Ceri. In this video I've got some tips and tricks for Quest 2. Let's have a quick look at question 2, and I mean quick. Did you use the fact that 73 take away 29 is virtually 73 take away 30 and then add the 1 back on? I mean, it looks like this on a 100 grid. 73 take off 30 is 43 if you jump straight down the tens, and then adding 1 back on is 44. And that's a super quick way for your brain to do a take away 29. Take off 30 and add the 1 back on. Now, being speedy and accurate in the early questions will save time for you to spend on the trickier questions worth more points. If your working out looked more like the column subtraction where you had to exchange a 10, then it just would have taken you that little bit longer. So this little top tip is useful because quite often there are add and subtract questions with numbers ending in 9 or 90 or 900 where this idea can be used. Let's have a look at some of the harder questions. Which number does not belong in the list? 1, 4, 9, 16, 18, 25, 36. Now let me just put this on the screen. These are some pretty squares, numbers that have been arranged in squares, and the number 1, 4, 9 and 16 can be arranged in a lovely square. They're called the square numbers. 4 times 4 would be 16. And the next one would be 5 times 5. It would look like this. So 18 is the odd one out. Hopefully you spotted that. And there's a 6 by 6 just for completion there. Question 7. Jerry is thinking of a 2-digit number which is more than 27 but less than 34, more than 29 but less than 39, more than 12 but less than 32, more than 30 but less than 41. What is the sum of the digits of the number that Jerry is thinking of? Let's just double check and star that, because this is what we need to actually input at the end, not the actual number itself. So let's not forget to do that. Let's have a look at which numbers are more than 27. So I've just got a piece of number grid there. More than 27. So that doesn't include 27. And less than 34 doesn't include 34. So those white numbers there are the only ones left in. More than 29, so that scrubs those two out, but less than 39. That's no new information. More than 12 is not new information, but less than 32 scrubs out the 32 and the 33. More than 30 scrubs out the 30, less than 41, leaves us with only 31 as the option. And let's not forget the final answer has to be 3 plus 1 is 4. And that's the number that you'd need to input into the system. Hopefully you got that one. Question 8. A shape is made up of 4 rectangles, all with integer lengths greater than 1. The area of each rectangle is shown. What is the perimeter of the shape? Right, okay. Well, I've just flashed this up that we looked at last week, that perimeter is when you add the length up around the outside, so how long the fencing is around the outside, and the area is how much space is inside. So if you multiply the length by the width, you get how many squares are inside. So we need both of those for this question again. What you also need to think about is your highest common factors. What number, I'm going to start this way, what number goes into 72 and 18? Well, 9 could work. If that's 9, if that length is 9, then this width would have to be 9 times 8 makes 72. And that's quite good news because 8 is also a factor of 32. 32 is 8 times 4. And again, that's good news because 4 works for 8. And 8 would be 4 times 2. And then this is, if this works, we've done it already. So this would be 2 by 9, because we had the 9 from before here. That's it, we've done it. So now our perimeter is adding up all the lengths around the outside. Now 9 plus 4 across the top is 13. 8 plus 2 down the right hand side is 10. Plus 4 plus 9 again, plus 8 plus 2 again. And so the answer we need is 46. centimetres, but I think it's just 46 we enter into the system. All right, guys. Question 10 next. Suppose A and B are non-zero digits such that AAA is equal to BA times B times A, where AAA is a 3-digit number and BA is a 2-digit number. What is the 2-digit number BA? So this is the number we need to work out for the final answer. Okay, let's start with the system. 0, 0, 0 is not allowed. So 1, 1, 1 would be the lowest. Now, if you remember from last week, 1, 1, 1, if you add the digits up and it divides by 3, then the number has a factor of 3. So we could say that 111 is 3 times. Now 90 would be 30. 90 add 21 is 111. So 37. Then we could split the 37 into 1 times 37 because we need it to be the format where 1, 1, 1 equals, and we need to multiply 3 things together. This is the 1, we could make this A the 1, and then the B would have to be this 3, and then this would be 30, oh it's not 31, unfortunately. That doesn't work, it needs to be 37. So 1, 1, 1 doesn't work out. It was close though, wasn't it? So let's not go too far astray. Let's try 2, 2, 2. Now 222 is 2 times 111. And then we can use our 3 times 37 again. So if we've used 222, we haven't got a 2. We have. So we've got a 2 here. That could be there, so they match. And then we've got a 37. Oh, again, this would be the 3, which works, but the 7 doesn't fit. So let's try 777, because 777 is 7 times 111, and 111 is 3 times 7. 3 times 37, sorry, I'm getting too excited now. So let's just double check that that fits the pattern. So we've got 7, 7, 7, so the A's will have to be a 7, and the B is a 3, this 3 here, so we've got the 3 times a 7, and then that would be the 37. Hooray, that's the answer. And so 37 is the one we need for the final answer. There we go. Oh, that was fun. Well, I hope you picked up a few tips there and some ideas that you might be able to use next time. Good luck for Quest 3, everybody. Bye-bye.